Welcome to Global Markets Monthly webinar. Okay, so for this webinar, right, this session is going to be something very different from our usual monthly webinar. Okay, it will be more of a live stream where we do live technical analysis and real-time options trading. Okay, it's a new concept that we are trying to push out. Okay, the real-time option trading, right? Don't worry. Even if you are trading equities, right? I think the only thing that you need to take note of is equities. You are basically just looking at the long side only. All right, the bullish movement. But with options, we will be looking at both sides. Okay, the long and the short side of it, the bullish and bearish movements are basically. All right, so live TA, I think is mainly okay. I don't want to limit it. I don't want to restrict this webinar just for intradays. All right, so I will go through some indices first. Okay, our table of content, basically I'll go through indices, gold and WTI crude oil. Then also we will be looking at some counters. Okay, so I am Ying here. Joining me today we have Xiong. All right, so later if we find anything interesting or opportunities, Xiong will be placing live trade. Okay, it's a live trade. It's straight up to the market already. Okay, so okay, but with that being said, okay, we won't force a trade. All right, so it's only if there's really an opportunity for us to take either the long or short side. Okay, so with that being said, if you have any counters that you want us to take a look at, you can put in the Q&A. Okay, otherwise we have prepared a few counters that we are interested to look at tonight. Okay, hang on, let me just go to the charts. Okay, so for the start, right? I will go through Dow Jones first. Okay, Dow Jones, the indices gold and WTI crude oil. I think I will basically just go through on daily and weekly itself lah. Okay, so I think again I can give you a bigger picture of what's the trend now at the current moment. All right, so for Dow Jones, what I'm looking at now, we are currently sitting at a delicate level. Okay, price is still showing a little bit of rejection. Okay, so unless price can really sit nicely above, sit nicely above 34,000. All right, otherwise I think we might still be stuck in this range bound area. Okay, which is from 30,000, basically 30,000 to 34 lah. Okay, if you are looking at a lower time horizon, right, we might be looking at a 32,000 towards a 34,000, which is where the price is currently sitting at now. Okay, anything higher, if price can close nicely above 34,400, we should be seeing it moving towards a 35,600. Okay, this is for Dow Jones. Next one, I will just look at Nasdaq index. Okay, for Nasdaq, nice movement, very bullish. Okay, running into 15,000. But with that being said, same thing. We are now sitting on a delicate level. Okay, why this is a delicate level? This was where the price starts breaking downwards. Okay, back in 2021. Okay, December 2021, and price basically just failed to tap back into this area until recent weeks. Okay, so currently sitting 14,888. Okay, same thing lah. Okay, we might be looking at a range bound area as of now. Okay, price might get rejected, then they start to range here. Okay, otherwise we will need to see price sitting above 15,300, basically sitting above this zone area. All right, then we might see a continuation of the uptrend. Okay, but recent weeks has been very strong. Okay, very bullish. But it's just as of now, I think we should still continue to take note of how price is going to continue from here. Okay, and the last of the indices will be S&P. Okay, S&P 500. Okay, for now the nearest area of supply would be at around 4,500. Okay, price ran nicely above 4,300. Okay, as long as price can continue staying above this level, we should continue to see higher low and higher high being formed. All right, so but I mean back to the question now. Okay, whether this 4,500 will break nicely, right? That one we have to see when it comes closer to the zone. Okay, otherwise what we will essentially be looking at is for price rejection of 4,300 for this continuation of the uptrend. Okay, then I will go into gold now. Okay, gold. Okay, I think this chart was done. I don't know when, probably a few weeks back. Okay, we have an uptrend level. Okay, a short-term uptrend, which gold subsequently broke down a few weeks back. Okay, daily wise, sorry, let me just remove all this stuff first. Okay, daily wise, right? We are looking at a short-term downtrend. Okay, so for now, I think the closest level we are looking for is 1,900. Okay, 1,900. Otherwise, the next lower level will be 1,008. Okay, we go moving this way. I wouldn't say that there's no probability of gold moving higher again. Okay, but it's just that as of now, we are not seeing clear rejection of a 1,900 yet. Okay, price came close today. Okay, today price came close to 1,900 level. Okay, we just have to see a stronger rejection of this level. Then the next level that you need to see, even if you go in at 1,900, will be at 1,940. Okay, because this was the same thing. This was the level that they broke down from. Okay, price will continue to show rejection until they start breaking above this 1,940. Okay, the last of the commodities I'll be looking at WTI crude oil, okay, US oil. For now, sitting at a delicate demand level, okay. Whether this level will continue to hold, that's the thing now, okay, because they have been stuck in this range bound area, okay, from 73 towards the current level of maybe like 67, 66 area, okay. This area here is not showing a very nice price action, okay. They are basically just range bound at this moment, okay. Okay, you just look past, look at these previous few candles, right? Basically they are rejecting, okay, but the levels that they rejected to, right, the effect of it, right, is they are creating lower highs instead. Okay, so with movement coming back into this area again, okay, they never cleanly just clear away this area of 67, 66 level. Okay, I think it's safer to really wait for more demand coming in before we can see another bullish leg up. Okay, but as of now, this movement here, I think is more the probability of it heading lower, right, will be higher than it going higher for now. Okay, so I think for oil itself, yeah, I'm looking more of a 60, 63 level kind of thing. Okay, so with that, okay, I will just go into the counters that basically, okay, the counters, right, today I have 3 counters. Okay, so basically black diamond. Okay, I was just looking through at top active traded today. Okay, I saw this guy not this guy, this counter. Okay, black diamond. Okay, yesterday very bullish. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, right, is we will dive into lower time frame. Okay, then we will see price action from there. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can just put in the chat or Q&A. Okay, this session will just be I think is going to be more of an interactive kind. Okay, I will get Xiong to come in and get his opinion as well. Okay, we can discuss on TA lah. All right, because basically if we are looking at the chart moving on an intraday basis, to be very honest, there will be a lot of waiting time. Okay, like it's just a waiting game because you probably have to wait for the price to create something before you can take a position. Okay, you cannot, best is don't go and force any positions. Okay, so for now, I will look at daily, then I will go all the way down to M15. Okay, the 50-minute chart to give you a better understanding on price action. Okay, and what we can look to do. Okay, so I will go through black diamond first. Okay, so black diamond, okay, the basis of how I draw my technical analysis, right, in terms of chart is the same idea. Okay, across, can be daily, weekly, 4 hourly, whatever. Okay, it will always be based off a supply and demand level. Okay, so if you have watched my previous TA sessions, right, it's basically always the same stuff lah. Okay, if you want me to put indicators, right, I think that one we leave it to other session. Okay, I will tell you why I don't put it. Okay, but for now we will look at black diamond. Okay, how you, okay, sorry, on the chat we have one question, how you come about black diamond top volume? Yes, Peter. Okay, black diamond, the next three counters I'm going to talk about, right, is basically on the top active traded today. Okay, so that's how I just saw this guy lah. All right, probably some top active yesterday as well. Okay, if you want to see volume, I can pull a volume for you. Hang on, let me just. Okay, never mind. The indicator not loading for me, so I will pull it later. Okay, for the volume. All right. So from daily, right, what I have drew just now. Okay, this area basically is the supply. Okay, we have the firstly the supply level. All right, which price got rejected at 6.5. Okay, the bottom area here, right? I mean, as of now, I cannot give you a confirmation that this is going to be a very strong demand. Okay, price basically just opened from the area of the previous supply level. Okay, which because of this strong up gap move, right? Gap up. Okay, that's why they form as a demand. So this supply might subsequently become a demand level. Okay, at 4.5. Okay, so if I were to go into even lower time frame, right? Okay, now we will talk into price action itself. Okay, H4. Now I'm just using the regular hours only. Pre-market, I'm not looking at it. Okay, so H4. I mean, as of now, bearish. You can see is a red candle, right? Nothing much. This area here, we don't really have anything. Okay, but what I'm looking at, it might possibly be forming a range area from $5 to 6.50. Okay, range area, meaning to say as of now price is at 5.30, right? We are looking to see if any price will show rejection of the bullish movement that they make. Okay, it can be at 5.30, it can be $4 again. Okay, but as of now, because you don't have a confirmation that the price is sustaining at a certain level, right? The long side is, I mean, there's nothing to the long side. Okay, basically it's still waiting game. Okay, because you have this very bearish movement coming in from the opening. All right, rejecting off the supply level. Okay, so for now, it's either they go to range at this $5 to $6 level. Okay, or price is coming down to a $4.50 level before they start to range. Okay, so for black diamond, I mean, for now, I think okay lah. If you're not in it, right, okay. The reason why I pull this chart out, right, is basically because I look through the top active. Okay, not saying that you should go and buy into it or not lah. Okay, it's just from the top active. If you are playing on intraday, I think a lot of your movements will come from volatility itself. All right. So I got a few questions now. We'll just go through the questions first. Could you explain the reason behind why you choose this ticker? Is it pure TA basis? Do you see any of its FA? Okay. Yeah, it's pure TA. Okay, basically it's not even TA lah. Okay, I just look at top active traded today. I think I say it a few times. Okay, but it's because if you are looking at intraday TA, right? Okay, a lot of the movements will come from volatility. Okay, you need volume to move price basically, right? So why I see this, right, it's just nice it appear on the top, as in when I looking at the list. All right, so do I see any of it? FA? No, I don't. Okay, there's no FA. Maybe FA later macro wise I will get Xiong might share a bit. Okay, so I don't know, but based on this black diamond, if we are, I mean, it's more for you don't find this interesting, right? This black diamond, then this is just the chart I'm going to show. Then subsequently, later throughout the session, right, we don't have to review this pair anymore. I say sorry, not this pair, this counter. Okay. Another question: go up 90 degrees. Do you think price can something? Price whether Victor? Are you trying to ask whether the price will continue to go higher? If that's your question, the only confirmation you can get is when price starts to really trade above 660. Okay, or you wait for a 450 level. Okay, because otherwise, right, basically price now is just going to start building a range area. Okay, when you are in the range, basically price is just going to start at a certain level, right? So whether will fall. Yes. Okay, for now, right, what I'm looking at is whether $5 will hold or $4.50 will hold. Okay, that's all. Then they will probably be starting a range level from 4 to 6.50. Okay. Jean asking where to look for top active. Basically, I just Google top active traded US counters. Yeah, then they will just give me there's Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, investing.com. Yeah, there's a few web to really look at it. Okay, then also what kind of option strategy will you use for this ticker and why? Okay, for options, right? I think later or Xiao, you want to speak now? There's about option strategy if we are talking about this ticker.
Yep. Okay. Sure. Thanks, Ying. Right. So I think Ying talked about this BVTX. With highest volume, you can find it. Oh, wait. Let me show you my chart. Okay, give me a second, guys. Okay, I hope you can see. I'm using a total different chart from Ying. His is so clean, but mine is so messy. Basically, because we have different preference of how we actually look at TA charts as well. Looking at this BDTX is a bit shady lah. You can see that once market open, it drops about 14%. Is this something you want to go in? Is another question. But currently, if I look at the TA itself, this sudden spike may be due to the news lah. If you look at this news, there was an upgrade. It might be due to this reason, but of course there may be a lot of other different reasons as well. So if you ask me, would I enter this? As of now, maybe I am not too sure as well, but I would likely buy a put. This would be a good resistance point right here. But of course, this type of trades, very, very shady once again. It's not something I would enter myself. Yeah, but nevertheless, high volatility means large price movement. For intraday trader, there will be large. I think it will be quite good for intraday traders. But for myself, I'm more towards swing trader. So my charts is at the day basis, on the day by day basis. It's on the daily charts. So you see my charts very different from India. Okay. So basically, you want to play options on this. No, I probably wouldn't recommend, but it depends on the appetite, your risk factor as well. If you want to enter, I think this will be a good point to buy a put for now, but it's not something I will hold for long. Okay, I'll pass back to Ying to talk more. If you guys got any counters you want us to take a look, please do let us know in the chat. We will take a look for you guys.
Okay, yes. All right. So for now, I think BDTX, yeah, I think let's not talk about this anymore. Okay, let's go to Tesla. Okay, someone asking Tesla on Q&A. All right, Tesla basically same thing. I saw it on the top active trader today as well. Okay, dead cat bounce. Whether it's a short, looking to short dead cat bounce. Please, TA for Tesla, please looking to short dead cat bounce. Okay, for Tesla. Okay, let me just clear everything again. Okay, I draw for you again. Okay, for intraday, even though you're playing on intraday, right, I think it's very important to really take your levels of a daily chart or at least a weekly. I mean a weekly or at least a daily lah. Okay, so at least you know where our price rejecting from. Okay, so clearly we can see that there's a previous supply level, okay, which ultimately just broke away and currently trying to create a demand or support level. Okay, so with this we go into H4. Sorry, let me just give you the supply also. Okay, it's just basically here. Why I took this point, basically you have a range level that broke away. All right, price failed to trade any higher. Okay, so basically this guy here will act as a supply level. All right, so we go to lower time frame H4. Currently, when market opens, it's running very strongly. Okay, H1 very bullish. Whether is it a long now, right? Say real lah. Okay, you want to go now? I don't think I don't think it's a good idea. Okay, why? Because on H1 itself, right? If I were to use the same idea of how I draw my chart, right? Okay, basically we are looking at price potentially hitting into this supply level. Okay, at 257, 25. Basically the current price level are 255 to 257. Okay, why this is a supply level again? Okay, basically price was trading above this level before they start trading lower. Okay, and you are creating a lower low from here. Okay, this current price at 255 might become the new lower high. Okay, with a new lower high, you know that okay, how the trend start to run, right? Is basically you have higher high, you have a high low, higher high, higher low, right? That's our trend. You have a downtrend means high low, lower low, lower high, okay, and vice versa lah, basically. All right. So as of now, is there a long? I don't think there's a long yet. Okay, in terms of price action lah. Okay, price action wise, I don't think there's a long yet. The only time long will come, right, I would rather see a rejection off first, then they come back to this level again. Okay, unless there's a very bullish movement coming in and close above, then I look for the subsequent break retest towards the higher end. Okay, the higher side. Right. You understand what I'm trying to say, right? Okay. So you see, as of now, we are sitting on a delicate level. Okay. Price action wise, yes, the previous candle, the previous 30 minutes, okay, during the opening, very strong. Yes. But the thing is, because it is sitting on a supply now, right? You don't go and, I mean, okay, I mean, there's a few chain of thought lah. Okay. You can say, okay, I long here, my SL I put below of the daily, then technically if you let time run out, right, it will probably run out as long as they hold their lower low. All right. But because I want to give you in the sense that of looking at price action properly, okay, at the current level, there's no confirmation for a long yet. Okay. There's nothing at this point. Okay, so it's going to be a waiting game again. Okay, later we will take a look. If price can reject 250, okay, print a very strong bullish candle above 255, we might be looking at something else. Otherwise, for now, I will KIV this. Later, we will look at Tesla again. Okay, but whether for short, okay, now I talk about long already. Short, whether can or not, whether can or not. Probability of short, right? I mean, okay, for this case, because price is sitting at this supply, you don't have any confirmation, right? The probability of a short and long, right, basically is 50-50. Okay, I just want to put it as it's 50-50. Because why? You want to short here, I mean, then you will think, okay, I mean, not you will think, price might come down and continue with a bullish movement because of the previous opening candle. Okay, and of course, you have a supply level holding here. Okay, but without any confirmation, right, you don't know if you are going to hold. I mean, how far it's going to hold. Okay, because with this small rejection showing only, right, it's better to really wait for a candle closing for more movement itself, right? So this one I KIV first. Later we will look at the price action again. Okay, then 15 minutes, yeah lah, you see rejection. So now is the current. Probably I will wait another 1 or 2 more candles for more confirmation if they break lah. Okay, so now this level, if you are looking at intraday, solely on intraday, right, 253 itself, if they can make a lower low, close bearish, right, I think subsequent candle, you look for a pull, come back down, you can look for movement back down towards the 246. All right, but for now, same thing lah, waiting game. Then okay lah, by right, I got one more counter on the top active trader, right? But I think that one is the same situation as the black diamond. So I think I don't want to talk about that. All right, it's going to be like a pump and dump. I mean, I don't know whether it's a pump and dump. Okay, I just want to say that this kind of movement, if you have caught it early, then yes, fantastic. But if you want to catch it now, I think the risk is too high. You can find other opportunities to really look at. Okay, so now I will just go into the Q&A for one more Unity. Let's look at Unity software. Okay, same thing. I will look at daily first. Okay, I have a few questions on how to determine the levels also. Then later, if there's some time, I will just roughly go through. Okay, otherwise, if you are interested, let me know at the end of this session. I will send you one survey form, feedback form. Okay, you give me your feedback whether are you interested to learn, or I mean, are you more interested in educational aspect of TA, or is it just like counter reviews and stuff like that? Because counter review, I am pretty sure like Zane, okay, he does the webinar every Monday, right? He took over from me, so now he's doing a fantastic job. So I think counter review more or less he covered most of it already for US market. Okay, so long story short, I go back to Unity first. Okay, same thing. Currently price sitting delicate level. We are sitting on a supply level. Okay, this candle over here, price got rejected subsequent times. I mean, quite a few times. You created lower low, price continue to get rejection, and price now currently trading back into it. Okay, but for Unity, right, the probability of it going higher from now on, right, I think is higher than the downside. Okay, reason being, we are seeing consecutive higher lows being formed. Okay, currently we are seeing a new higher high. Okay, so with this momentum coming back in, right, we potentially might see price really moving back towards a $51, $53 level, basically. All right, so but if we are to look into intraday, okay, H1 chart, currently price is still running in this level. Okay, short-term area of supply we have at 43.58. Okay, price got rejected there. For now, what we are looking to see, right, is whether price will start closing above, okay, create one higher low, then price continue this movement, okay, or they stuck in this level, right, then they create a range area. Okay, that's only, I mean, if stuck in this range area, basically is the downside lah. Okay, but okay, also back to the bottom line is how much can you stomach the risk itself. I think just now Xiong talked about it. Okay, if you think that is okay to really go for a short here for a $3 gain, okay, that's basically close to 10%. All right, then I mean, go ahead and do it lah. All right, but same thing, this one we are still waiting for confirmation, because it's the same story. You have a bullish candle with a bearish one printing now. Okay, the only time you have a confirmation is when price starts to trade below this 41.8. Okay, then you can confirm that is a bearish on the short term now, right? Because this area here is basically the previous minor area. Okay, because you have, okay, now I need to nag a bit again. I think those that watched my webinar before, right, I always say the same thing. Okay, prices only run in 3 phases. Okay, you have, of course, you will learn about week off and everything, right? It's basically you have a rally, accumulation, distribution, drop. Okay, basically these 4. But I classify it simply. Is basically you have a up move, down move, and a sideways movement, right? Only 3 only. Okay, so it's not that sideways movement you cannot make anything. It can. It's just that you, I mean, more to give yourself more probability, right? Is basically waiting for confirmation. How you get confirmation is you wait for price to trade off their minor area. Okay, what do I mean by minor? Okay, you know that price has been trading at this range last time. Now price start to trade higher. This area here, right, is basically going to be your whole major range area. Okay, okay, a bit messy. Hang on, let me just remove everything and draw again. Basically, your whole major area, right, will be trading off these 2 lines. Okay, your minor, right, of course, I mean, within the range itself, you have a lot of rejections and stuff, all these noises, right? Basically, all these levels in between the major will become your minor. All right, so in order for a higher probability trade, right, okay, you need to wait for at least, let's say if you are looking for short, right, it's either you straight up just short from the top. Okay, if they are just creating the supply itself from the start. Okay, otherwise you will really have to wait for a confirmation that price really want to trade lower from this minor area to go back to the major. Okay, so you will essentially be looking for a break over here for this movement. Okay, this is in terms of price action. Okay, so now we are still seeing a bearish movement. Okay, so same thing lah. I KIV this unity first right. Yeah, then I give some time to Xiong to talk a bit lah. So Xiong, you got anything you want to share with them or not? Any counters that, okay, because Xiong has a trade journal for options. He trade journal, sorry, what trade journal? He trade options regularly, diligently. So I will give it to him. I give him some time, right, to share more on his trade journal. Maybe he can help you all with some topic, basically. All right, Xiong, thank you.
Hey, thanks, Ying. Right. So I have my very own what's this? Okay. So I actually got my very own journal. Sorry, my screen a bit small. Yeah, so these are actually the stocks I have planned to sort of bring it to you guys. Okay, so I opened a few trades recently, like last week. Then currently I got this SPICE, which is of course losing money. SPICE just went up. Not sure why I went in also, but it was supposed to be a cash trade. I went in and I'm in a $10 loss, which is still fine, but I'm cutting loss because it's not something I actually wanted to do. So these are some of the stocks that I actually planned on Monday. Didn't really have time to actually look into it. So maybe I'll take a look into some. I saw some in the Q&A, someone was referring to AI. Yes, I've been taking a look at AI itself really. So okay. That's fine. From here, it should be somewhere. Yes, AI. Okay, let us take a look at AI. Okay, so you can see that the price today actually went up, but AI hype, you can look today, all the AI is down, mainly because there was a news that said that they were restricting the AI, the chips, microchips to the China itself. So you see this went down in the pre-market, and then once it opened, it went up a little bit. So it's telling me that this news is like a bee sting lah. Nothing really major. Everything is going up once again. So all is good. If you're looking to short AI, not yet. Currently it's still having the hype right here. So you can see that the resistance level is right here lah. But if you look at as of now, RSI is down. The moving average is also down. So would I enter a trade right here? If I could, usually I would sell put, but for this case, if I can buy put or buy call only, right? I probably wouldn't enter a trade right here yet. So if that would answer your question on AI itself. If you guys got any more questions, because I'm still looking for stocks while Ying is actually explaining all these to you, I'm looking at a lot of stocks. Looking at one if I can go in, but everything seems so dull today. Although there's volatility, but pretty calm. There's not much movement. So we'll wait a while. I'll still hand my time over to Ying to talk more about those answer in Q&A. If you guys got questions, put it in Q&A. We'll answer those in Q&A first. If not, I'll take my time to look while I'll hand my time over to Ying. Okay.
Hello, sorry all. Okay, I just realized I muted myself. Okay, yeah. Let me explain again now. Okay, now since the 15-minute just closed, right? Okay, we look through those KIV counters first. Okay, so basically, Tesla itself, 15-minute just now, last 5 minutes, very bullish movement. Okay, trying to close above this minor supply level. Okay, which was formed from the previous demand area. Okay, but if you are looking at the long side, right? Same thing. Okay, this one I will need to say again now. Okay, we are looking, you see this circle area, this very messy area that I drew. Okay, very messy, right? Basically, is still a supply area. Okay, that's the thing lah. Okay, this one single line that I draw for you, right, is you must always understand that a key level is just not a price point. Okay, it's not just one point only. It's basically a range area. Okay, because what they essentially did back then, right, is you previously know that price was trading above at 260, above 255. Okay, they created this last area of, this last range area before the real drop, right, back to 240. Okay, this is just in terms of intraday. Okay, so your level round right now, okay, essentially your supply is basically like that. Okay, so price is trading into it. Okay, to have a higher probability, right, you know that they are running into this level already. Okay, so as long as they can continue to stay above 255, right, in terms of price action, you want to see a wick below and a body above. Okay, with that, a bullish closure you will probably just see price come back to this 258 quite easily. Okay, with this momentum coming from a lower low. All right, so intraday wise, right, 258, I think today should be, I don't want to say it will smash that level, okay, but it will basically just be tapping into this area. Okay, but if we are looking at it on a daily, okay, how today candle form, right, you must understand one more thing. Okay, we have on the daily itself, basically range bound, right? It's quite clear we are stuck at this 270, 240 area. It's range bound area. Okay, so what price is trying to do now from today's open is doing a very bullish movement back to try to basically cover Monday's movement. Okay, this Monday bear movement, right, it created a long candle. Okay, it's more than 10% drop. All right, so what today's candle is trying to do is cover back this candle. Okay, but with that being said, basically, if you are intraday, right, yes, you maybe can catch this from maybe like 255 towards a 258, 260 level. That's about it. Okay, if you are looking at daily itself, you probably see some rejection continuing from this supply level, okay, or another thing that you need to take note is if price can really hold above 258, right, then same story lah, we just wait for the higher low to be formed to create a new higher high, then price can try tapping into this 270 range again. All right, otherwise I know it's a very bullish candle, a lot of people like to chase, okay, but the thing is if you chase this candle, yeah, like it's just always a trade-off between probability and the risk you are going to take, right? So now already running off already 258. I mean I don't know how you will react here. Okay, if we are looking at some rejection coming in, 255 will probably try to hold the movement to continue towards to continue higher than the 258 basically. All right. So the just now another KIV one is what Unity. Okay, so same thing, Unity, H1 still bullish. Okay, M30 turning bullish. Okay, this kind of turning bullish price action, I love it. Okay, reason being, okay, you know they are trading near a supply level. Right? Okay, maybe you don't know, but I know that they are trading near a supply level. Okay, at a supply level, we will see rejection. Okay, but with rejection, you still see price trying to tap higher into this level itself. Okay, so with this price action, what we might essentially be looking at, right, is Unity trying to go above towards, I mean, basically their previous candle high, which is at 43.8 level. Okay, we might be just seeing it tapping into a 44 level now, as in not now lah. Okay, like I mean when the candle is printing basically. All right, but just take note, 15 minutes itself, previous candle bearish. Okay, so as long as we can see a higher high of previous candle, we should be seeing at 44 coming in. All right, with this 44 coming in, I mean there's only two things that you will look to do, right? Either basically three things. Either you look for a long, you look for a short, or you just wait. Okay, but 44 I think is just a waiting game lah. You have nothing to do here. All right, if your short, your bearish movement will probably come in and your SL will be above at 45, 46. Okay, this is based on my opinion. All right, because I mean, yes, you have a very bullish movement coming. Okay, but in terms of price action coming into a supply level, right? And I mean, we are still seeing rejection. Okay, so it's just whether how they react back at 44 level. Okay, with the current candle. So what else did we talk about? Okay. TM, James talked about TM. TM looks nice. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, we'll do this one more, then we will continue to KIV. Okay, I think Xiong has something nice to share already. Okay, I will do this chop one. Okay, same thing. Daily, how I look. Okay, I go and find previous supply and demand level first. Okay, this supply and demand level, I think y'all might just be confused. Okay, because basically supply and demand, right, is basically what forms the resistance and support. That's why it looks like as if I'm drawing a support and resistance level. All right, the supply will eventually becomes a resistance level. Okay, because the supply will just keep rejecting orders coming in. All right, then the demand, same thing, eventually it will become a support. Okay, but I don't straight up find the support and resistance is because that's not the cause of the subsequent effect. Okay, what do I mean by that? You see, it's like, for example, I drew this area, right? It's looking basically like a resistance level. All right, this 145. Okay, you have price coming in from 130. Okay, this 130 probably, if I were to just draw one box 130, last time is probably a resistance that turned demand or something, or a demand level itself, right? So the supply and demand, right, will form the subsequent effects, which what I meant by that, right, is you have a rejection from a demand. You know that this might become our supply. Okay, the initial phase you might not know. It's a might only. Okay, it's not 100% confirmed until they show a rejection. Then you know, okay, once I have a rejection of this level, right, subsequent level will continue to reject until they start trading above. Okay, so when they start trading above, right, what you essentially want to look to do, right, is wait for price to tap back and take this break retest trade. Okay, it is not that when it Xiong, okay, when it's pushing very strongly, I mean, you have breakout traders and everything, right? You might just want to straight out jump into it. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just that you need to understand where's your next level of range. Okay, where is ultimately your next level of supply might be coming in. Okay, so yeah lah, I just basically just explain a little bit first. Okay, if you still want to know more about this, I mean you are interested, yeah lah, later feedback you just let me know. Okay, then we see if you can arrange anything to go through a bit of this educational stuff. All right, so intraday wise, this kind of candle, say real lah, I don't really like lah. You have this tiny candle, you see all these candles yes, maybe long term wise, yes, it might be good lah. Because, but in terms of intraday, right, if you want to look at this kind of narrow, skinny candles, basically it just shows that there's no volume. I don't even need to pull out the volume chart, okay, the indicator. But you have this small area, small narrow candles, right? There's nothing pushing price lah. So if you are playing intraday on this, right, basically, I mean, the price is not going to move for your intraday lah, right? But of course, if you are looking on long term, yes, it's on an uptrend. Okay, it burst and tapped into 170 recently. Now currently still bullish. Okay, still trying to clear the bullishness. Okay, still trying to run bullishly. Okay, but you must understand we have a lot of gap up and gap down areas. Okay, all these areas are basically like a void. Okay, when price starts to hold above, right, you basically will see the next price appearing here already, 165 already. So in between this 160 to 165, right, basically you might not even see any candles forming already. Okay, because gap up and gap down is basically an imbalance of orders. All right, so price basically just run there easily lah, because of the bid ask and everything lah. Okay, that one is more more of, yeah lah, basically it's like that lah, right? Okay, so intraday, I mean I have nothing to really share on price action. Okay, because there's nothing for me to see. You see, I must zoom until so much. Then I look at two tiny candles. I cannot do intraday with this. Okay, then yeah lah. So but I mean long term wise, don't, okay, I don't even talk about long term lah. Just talk about swing itself. Yeah, you might potentially just see it, as long as you can hold 160, like I explained, it will probably be holding 160, straight up 165. Anything above, you really need to break this 170 first. Okay, otherwise it will just start running in this area again. You will see this range area being formed. Okay, so this is for TM. Okay, Toyota Motors. Okay, then AMD. I think AMD we did explain. I did have this talk before, right? The previous session. Okay, so we just look at it also. Okay, all these lines were drawn in the previous session. Okay, so intraday itself, same thing. Okay, I just update a bit. You have a supply, you have a demand. Why this guy is a demand? Okay, it's basically coming off a daily level. This level here at 105.75 is basically a daily level. All right, so you know that you might not know yet. I know that when I draw this line, it used to be a supply. Subsequently, price starts to hold above. All right, you see this area here. Price starts to try getting rejected downwards, but ultimately it continues to hold above with a gap up to 127. All right, so now price is currently trading closer to the demand area. Can you do anything now? I think if you want to short a bit late lah. Okay, intraday wise, they are still printing bullish. Okay, they are trying to reject off a 107, 108 area. Okay, price action wise for today itself, very strong. Okay, you can see the first 30-minute market opening. Okay, they gap down, then okay, open a bull candle, right? Subsequent candle, they tried rejecting off. All right, they tried because you must understand how this 30-minute candle printed. Okay, it started from the open, push all the way down to 107.6. Okay, so when it was coming down, right, this candle was initially a bearish candle. All right, but what caused it to really run out within this 30 minutes to try to print as a bull, right? It's showing very strong bullish momentum. Okay, at least at this point okay, in terms of intraday price action, right? It's showing a very bullish momentum. Okay, but same thing, if you look at 15 itself, you have this level of 109 being I would say it's like a minor supply also okay, minor area of a potential rejection might appear as of now. Okay, I don't know. But in terms of 30 minutes and H1, right, basically price is moving very bullishly. I think we should be easily seeing a 110 area. Okay, within this session that we're going to do this webinar. Okay, after a while, $1, I think it's quite easy to run out. Okay, price already trying to push high already. Okay, the price action will probably be shown with a higher low being created, tapping into a 110. Okay, so price action wise from 30 and H1 is looking very bullishly now. Okay, but if you are looking overall, would I short AMD, right? the short will come once they start breaking from 105, 106. Okay, yeah, someone asking, would I short AMD? I would say I wouldn't short now. Okay, because if I want to put, okay, sorry, I don't want to say I won't short now, or I will short now. Okay, I say wrong things. Sorry. You want to short is can, like I explained, is can is really you want to short anywhere is can, right? It's just where your SL going to be, how much risk you're going to stomach only, right? Because basically market running up or down only, right? So at this current point, if purely based on price action and TA itself, right, there's nothing for me to short here. Because if I wanted to short here, right, where were I when they coming down like last week, like or not last week, like few days back, right? Like okay, last week, last Wednesday. I mean, I could have a nice candle for short because I know that there's a gap area that they cover up, right? They cover this gap area with this bearish candle. Price did a rejection. Intraday, I'm pretty sure you will find some movement from 112 back downwards. Right. So if today is printing bullish, yesterday also printing bullish with inside candle. If today were to close a bullish above 112, right? That's it already. It means you have a movement coming up like that. So there's nothing to short as of now, no? Only time I will look at a short would probably be at 10, a break of 107, 106 area. But that one also based on price action when price starts to come in. Okay. Okay, wait, okay, Alphabet, okay, I think I look at some more popular counters, Alphabet, Google. Google, same thing, okay, if you want to hear like swing, right, okay, basically daily wise, they are just creating a cap area, okay, same thing, you see, you have a previous demand level, which subsequently became like a supply level. Okay, supply level, I mean, up to you lah. You want to take it as like a resistance also you can, but the initial point when it created, right, is not a resistance yet, right? So at this supply level, we have price continuing the rejection on the daily time frame. Okay, currently they are trying to tap into this minor demand at 117. Okay, this 117 is basically the previous supply level that turned demand. Okay, why does that happen? I mean, why will a supply turn demand? Basically you have orders. Basically as a supply, you know, a lot of orders are coming for a short, right? So when price starts to trade above it, right, that's the more or less the area where people will put their stop loss and everything, okay? So eventually when price starts to sustain itself above a supply or below a demand, right, the level will basically be a flip side already. Okay, so now daily wise, Google, since you asked, Ben, since Ben asked for Google, right, yeah lah, is nice. Okay, price action wise, they made a high at 128. Okay, recently. Currently, really sustaining the price well, I think. Okay, 116. We have a bullish candle yesterday. Today, still trying to push very bullishly. Okay, sorry, I cannot tell you to buy or sell. Okay, but if you have listened to what I explained earlier, I think you would know what you want to do. Okay, I'm not going to say, I cannot say. Okay, so price action wise, nice. Okay, so same thing lah. I mean, yes, it's a range bound area, right? But if you are seeing price action creating new higher high, higher lows, right, then you know where you want to go, already lah. Okay, yeah, then technically quite low risk because you're, yeah, I cannot say so much lah. Okay, I will go to the next chart already. Okay, I think quite clear already lah. Okay, later then we review again lah. Okay, now we go back Tesla again lah. Okay, 15 minutes just close, 30 minutes just close. 30 minutes, okay, sitting on the area, very nice. Okay, we are still seeing strong bullish movement this opening of 2 minutes. So yeah lah, it's probably coming back to 263 area and higher. Okay, as long as they can hold here lah, you will see the movement quite nicely they will just run like that lah. Okay, or maybe just one candle straight up to the 265, I don't know, but 265, just take note okay, you still have a level that they need to break away from. Okay, let me pass to Xiong. Xiong find very long already. Okay, okay, I hand over to Xiong first. Then we will discuss a little more later. Thank you.
All right, I'm back. Wow, I think I need to take some break and drink some water. Okay, I was looking at Microsoft. Microsoft looking very strong. I might enter a trade on Microsoft tonight, but we'll see lah. The AI stocks are still pretty strong, despite earlier pre-market there was a market news that brought them down. Yeah, it was, as mentioned, really like a bee sting. So all the AI stocks are returning to the actual. So I think someone asked about Nvidia, right? So yeah, it's something I also take a something I look into a lot. So let's see Nvidia. Nvidia as of now still very strong. Went all the way up above about 430, and then now it comes down, and then after today's news it did break 400 lah. At pre-market it was about 399 USD. Then after that it went back $14 up. So to me this tells me that the AI rally is still there. Nothing is down yet. We have TSM news coming in. So let's see. TSM. So I think someone mentioned if they ask us if we would short AMD, right? As of now, not yet lah. I believe the news of the semicon, the microchips are all coming in, so it will not be so wise to actually open any short position as of now. So looking back at Nvidia, very good. Actually, this is a very good support level. This is something I might enter and hold. But of course, in terms of option wise, the time wise, this will have to be depending on your risk appetite lah. But in terms of equity, right, this is something I might enter. But we will see again. Currently the market is still moving quite a bit. It's not coming down as of now. Even after 1 hour into the market, I still feel that the market is quite volatile as of now. No clear cuts, except for all these stock I wanted to look at. Nothing really moved. So far, all this weird. So I was actually taking a look at Nike because Nike has its earnings tomorrow. So I thought I could open a call position for a day, but no lah. This is very directional. I went up to search the market news, but nothing much I can find. So I'm not confident in Nike. So that's something I'll leave out. And I think someone asked about SABER, right? Saber Cooperation. In the Q&A. So this is something quite low. This is the support level right here. We see that it's about $3 USD. I think $3 will be a good price to go in, but currently the TA itself is still not so bad. So for myself, I also look in the fundamentals. I look at their earnings as well lah. But pretty general. I don't go too in depth. So I'll take a look at their earnings. Look if they're earning money. So you can see their earning per share is actually the loss, but of course they are expecting to reduce this loss as they move forward. So this SABR might still be in this level for quite some time, until probably the next earning itself, unless there's a big news. If not, you can see Saber slightly around this area, or might be around this area. It's not something I will go in as well. So let us take a look. So I actually sorted out all this in the different sector just to compare how all of them are doing. Tesla is still doing good. So I think someone asked about Tesla earlier. Tesla is still doing very well. Went up about $7 plus whatever they made in the loss in pre-market. So I would say generally AI rally is still there. I'm not sure when it will be coming down. So why not ride the wave, right? So, okay, Microsoft, this is something I might want to take into account today. So I think someone asked about options in terms of portfolios, right? Currently, we allow buy put and buy call. So with these two, buy put and buy call, you can actually open like a straddle position or a strangle position depending on your risk appetite and what strategy you want. So in terms of buying put, I will probably buy something like maybe later I'll place a position right here. It's pretty nice. Microsoft pretty strong. I've been monitoring all these shares for a few days on and off, whenever I'm free. But yeah, AI is still very, very strong. I wanted to short this AI ticker. Don't think it's very real, but somehow it's still gaining momentum. It's not something I will go in now. I wanted to buy a put, but something to think twice. So Then again, we need to wait for earnings. Once the TSM, which is the closest one coming in. Oh, sorry, actually tomorrow. Tomorrow is the Micron's earning. So we'll take a look at Micron's earning tomorrow first. So I don't think it's wise to short any position in terms of AMD. I think someone, yeah, has mentioned lah. So tomorrow is Micron earnings. So we'll take a look at how Micron's did lah. Likely it will affect the whole industry as well. So what else? China stock is down. This is China consumer. Look at BABA and PDD is currently coming down. So probably won't look. So yeah, that's about it for me. I will prepare myself to look into Microsoft. Likely I'll buy something about a month or two in using my currently funded POEMS account. But we'll see. I'll hand over my time to Ying while I prepare to show you all about the POEMS itself lah. So all this will be depending on your risk appetite on what strategy you want to use. So back to you. Okay.
All right. Okay, I'm back. Oh, Tesla is still running very strongly. Okay. Okay. I saw in the chat, right? Someone asking, can I explain more about the confirmation whether price action is going to be bullish or bearish? Okay. Confirmation wise, right? I think if you want to split up into smaller portion, right? Okay, just now I already explained in the markets, right? Okay, your price basically moving three phases. Okay, don't need to think so far. Okay, they're going up, sideways, or go down, right? So at these areas, right, you just need to understand, right, where they are moving sideways. Why do I say that? Okay, because if you know where they are moving sideways, right, you know where your rally is going to hit until, or where your drop is going to stop at, right? Basically, that's about it lah. Because they will run into somewhere, a certain form of supply or demand, then they start to get rejection, then you will start your sideways movement again, then you either a continuation of your rally or drop, right? So with that being said, right, I just roughly use this Tesla. Okay, we are looking at, okay, let's use a H1 time frame now. Okay, easier to really show you. Okay, and also in my previous I think live stream, right, I talked about confirmation candles. Actually, even if you are playing on intraday, right, intraday basically for US market you have like what, 7 hours 30 minutes. Okay, I don't think you should look for a confirmation anything below M30. Okay, in terms of confirmation, meaning to say when the candle close and a new candle open. Okay, because I'm pretty sure like if you are in the market long enough, right, or I mean you are looking at the market actively, right, you will know that some candles they can be printing very bullishly for probably the first 29 minutes, right? Then in the next 1 minute, it can just cover back and close as a as a bear candle itself. All right, it happens. So to have a real confirmation, right, you really need a candle to close, okay, to at least know that, okay, I mean with the closing, right, it's not a confirm that they, like for example, you see this Tesla, you know that the previous candle very bullish. Okay, they came from 250 all the way to 256. That's like what, 3%, 4%, okay, plus minus. Okay, coming into this minor supply level. Okay, then you see how these candles start to print. Okay, I go into 15 just for illustration. Okay, we have the previous candle closing H1. Okay, this candle itself, this is what I mean by a price action that you want to see. Okay, it can be this, I mean, it can be one candle itself. Okay, it can be a subsequent candle that they form over here. Okay, but what I mean by a confirmation candle, right, is basically you want to see price rejecting the level that they broke away from. Okay, it's basically like how they previously form a minor supply here, right? You see how you have this candle, which you don't know, you have another bull candle, you have bull candle coming in. Okay, it's just after subsequent rejections showing, right, with a break of the structure at the lower low of the previous candle. That's where you know that, okay, you might not know 100%. Okay, trading don't have 100% one, right? I cannot give you 100%. I try to give you like 70-80%, okay, of what I know, right? So the understanding of price action, right, what you want is, you know that after breaking from a sideways movement, right, they will look to run out to the next sideways movement if the area is clean. Okay, so for example, you know that the previous sideways area is this area. Okay, I don't even need to drag further because it basically is going to be the same area on all these levels. Okay, that's why it's called key level for a reason. All right, if you are interested to learn more or educational one, later feedback, let me know. Okay, I got time, I will share. I no time, then I will just keep doing this. I will just keep going through the same thing over and over first. Okay, until you you see it yourself, then you will understand. All right. So for this price action, what I mean, you have a by right, okay, we just go even lower. Okay. I don't like to look at all these what M5, M1. Okay. It's not that you cannot see, but it's just that it don't mean anything because it's basically if you're playing at an even lower time frame, right, and you're looking at it, you might get trapped by the noise that they are creating at this point in time. Because we know that at this area itself, we have a previous minor supply level. Okay, so you know that price potentially might get rejected first. Okay, so your only confirmation will come when price starts to close above and tap and show you that they are sustaining. Okay, so I don't know if today we might be able to see it on Tesla. Okay, because 50 minutes is going to close in 1 minute. Okay, sorry, the 50-minute candle is going to close in 1 minute, right? So if this guy is going to close bullish, okay, we anticipate this guy going to close bullish, right? What I want to see is price rejecting off this 257 area. Okay, they might come down, they might not, they might come close to 258 or maybe 259. Okay, but the only time you can get a confirmation that they are sustaining above a certain level, right, is when they go down, then they reject up, right? That's your momentum, because you know that, okay, if they can go up and go up, go up, go down and go up within these 15 or 30 minutes, right? 30 minutes having a higher confirmation, higher significance, you know that within this time period, this short period during your intraday, right, they can do a rejection of this demand level, right? Price is probably going to sustain itself from here to come to the next level, which is as of now is at 261 area. Okay, so that's the only time. I mean not only but it's just one way that you can look at it Okay, so whether I have a lot of questions asking me what if this candle straight up open and burst above, then I think I always have the same answer. Okay, so be it, because you will see. I think in terms of intraday, investing, okay, maybe if you are holding long term, right, you might not feel it as much, right? Because you just buy, you just hold, you just wait for things to happen. Okay, but in terms of intraday, right, you would have these kind of emotions where you will keep thinking, oh sorry, you will keep thinking that, oh no, right? I could have gotten in and earned this amount of profit. Like Tesla, you see today opening 9:30. Okay, if we are sat here talking at 9:30, right, maybe we will have got something, or maybe we will not I don't know Okay, but intraday is just like this because you must understand is as long as you have a strategy that works, right, the setup will happen every single day. It will happen. Okay, maybe not the same counter itself. Okay, but you will find similarities where things will happen. Okay, so as of now, like I explained just now, right, probably coming to 261. Okay, but will I straight up just go from here? I don't think I will because if I want, I could have went the previous candle. Okay, but then again, previous candle no confirmation. Okay, then it will just go on and on until the previous the lower area. Okay, the only time is probably at 9:30 when you know that price starts to trade above the previous candle close bullish above, right? You have this pull coming in, then you go for a trigger. Okay, that's just my preference. Okay, of course, you can long anywhere you want and just hold it out. It works also. I'm not saying that it don't work. Okay, it's just that in terms of intraday, I prefer to manage my risk. Okay, I put more importance on my risk management than getting a trade itself, right? Because if I know that this setup is going to happen almost every day, okay, I just need to hit with a good probability. That's it. Okay, I'm just talking in terms of intraday. I'm not talking about like you buy and hold or anything. Okay, so for now, let's look at Tesla with KIV first. Okay, Tesla, what I want to see is this guy come down, pull back up, previous close, we go. Okay, I cannot say go where. I just draw. You check yourself. Okay, DYODD. Okay, there's nothing 100%. I just sharing how I would look at it. Okay, so if price come down, pull back up, previous close, I would like that. I would like that. Whether enough, I don't know. Okay, but I'm just showing you in terms of TA and price action. Okay, then what else did we KIV? Unity. All right, Unity. Okay lah. Close above. Technically, previous candle still showing a small rejection of 15, 30 strong. H1 should be bullish. H4 should be bullish. Daily should be bullish. Everything very bullish. Okay. Then same thing now. This is like the Tesla thing. Is it the Tesla explanation? Unity, maybe just now when we are looking at our supply here, right? The previous candle might be a good level. Okay, from this pull and go back. Pull and go back. Always remember the pull, come back. Pull from a level, go back up. Strong momentum. Okay, but it's but I say strong momentum is not that it will rocket, it's not that it's going to fly off. Okay, must always understand. Rarely will stop at a sideways movement. You will rarely until a range area it get rejected, then you have continuation of sideways movement or drop. Okay, whatever. But you just must understand. It's not that once don't call my name lah. Okay, but not that you see a very strong bullish momentum, it will just fly. It doesn't work that way lah. Alright, it will come to a point where the previous demand got breached, okay, got broken, that subsequently might become a supply, then price start to get rejected there lah. Okay. Ivan Ho, you're asking can trade credit spreads? As of now, no. We only allow long call, long put, and sell cover call, short cover call. Yes. This one I let Xiong explain more. Okay. I will just look at TA lah, basically. All right. So just now, okay, I Q&A got one more. Looking to short. This viewer straight up give me what he want to do already. Looking to short Palantir 15.6. Okay, let's take a look with him. Okay. Okay, I won't tell you whether can short, cannot short, or long, cannot long. I cannot give you direction. Okay, I only can give you opinion on how I look at the chart. Okay, so I hope you don't later you don't go in because I say something wrong or what, then yeah. So I just roughly explain first. Okay, so Palantir daily wise very nice. This is what I mean. You have a supply level, price get rejected off. They tried moving into the supply turn demand, and subsequently price is moving quite bullishly now. Okay, we have a subsequent supply level at 17.1, 16.8, 17.1. Okay, plus minus. H4 wise, if we are to dive deeper into their intraday, right? What I'm looking at is price bullishly broke the previous supply level. Okay, maybe not this guy. Yeah, this guy will look better. Okay, 14.69. Opening very bullish, cleared above. Okay, because you basically have this area here. Okay, demand is basically just stepping off the previous area that they broke from. Okay, like I explained, it's not a line, it's a range. So you just need to go and find where's the initial point of it. Okay. So this guy, not this guy, this viewer asking, looking to short Palantir 15.6, 15.6. Let's see, 15.6 is where 15.6. Oh, okay. Okay lah. I mean, it's okay lah. I don't know what kind of. Okay, you want my thoughts, right? I give you my opinion, but you just take it with a pinch of salt, okay? It's just my opinion. If I am the one looking at it, right, Palantir, not that I'm going to touch on anything. Yes, you are right. This level will be my delicate level. Okay, I mean, I don't know whether delicate or not. This level here from 16.6 towards a $16, okay, basically will be acting as my supply level, potential supply. So I will take note of it. Okay, all this level we know that it's going to get cleared on, the price will just like that one. Okay. Yeah lah, this one I say one, this one you can quote me. Okay, you have clean candle, you have wicks, anything, right? You have momentum, you will clear off the area. Okay, so 15.6 I think decent. Whether we're okay, that's the only, I think the only difference that my thoughts are whether. Okay, sorry, how should I phrase it? Okay, there's a few ways to look at it, right? It's either you straight up you put one limit 15.6 for a short, right? Or you wait for a confirmation. What I mean by a confirmation, I think I explained throughout this live stream already lah. Okay, basically I wait for price to come in, they reject, they show some bearishness. Okay, or they can come in very bullish, but subsequent they show some rejection, printing a fake out. That kind is my confirmation, because I know that this level is going to hold if they print in a certain price section. Okay, but if you straight up going to put your trigger, okay, I'm not saying they cannot. Sorry, I just want to say this is my opinion. Okay, I personally won't straight up put a limit here. Okay, it might just even run out. Yes, it might tap 15.6 and slam all the way. It might also, but my personal preference. I wouldn't just straight up set here, because I will give myself. I mean, I will start to think, okay, where do I put my stop loss? Do I put at 16.1 or do I put above at 17? Where do I put? Okay, so in terms of playing, like in terms of intraday, right, I will have the dilemma, where should I put my SL? Because I can put very tight. Then if I put here, right, why, if I were to short straight up at 15.6, why not I wait at, I mean, basically I know that within this area they will show rejection, right? So I could have gotten better price if I wait slightly more, or I might miss the trade. So there is always a trade-off whether you are in a trade or you're not in a trade. Okay, so if you are in the trade and is okay, if you are not in the trade and is by right in your intended direction, right, then will be sian for sure. Okay, then your emotion might kick in, everything. This is all the aspect of intraday trading. Okay, because intraday, I think you will play with a lot more of your emotions itself, right? So I don't want to tell you whether correct or wrong. There's no correct or wrong in TA, in trading itself. Okay, I just tell you my preference is I would rather wait for rejection. I might not get a better trigger, right? But I know for a fact that once the price action show me more bearishness, right, I would be in the run instead of putting in and just guessing whether I can run out or not. Okay, that's just my opinion. Okay. Short Palantir means that you will sell shares to open the trade or buy put. Okay, in terms of short for this, right, it's basically I will buy a put lah. Okay, if we are talking in terms of options, right, I will straight up it's like a buy or put. Okay, then your strike, of course, okay, this previously they break from 14.7 to $15, right? So your strike is probably, is it like that? Yeah, your strike is here lah. Right, yeah. If you buy a put here, then your strike will be at $15 plus minus, right? But straight up go in, I mean, okay lah, of course you are paying premium only, right? If you are long put, you are paying premium only. Your risk is technically limited, unlimited reward. But I mean, you might get better price or not, I don't know, right? So I will just base it off some confirmation at least a 30-minute confirmation. Then I will do for you. But otherwise, I don't think there's not anything wrong to short here. I don't think there's anything wrong. It's just that my preference is not to do that. Okay, how about for sell put and sell calls, right? Is currently is not allowed on poems yet, but work is in progress. Okay, we are doing enhancement to it. So more of these features will be coming up. Yeah, this one I think I pass my time to Xiong first. I give him chance to talk. I talk until quite long already. All right, I pass to Xiong first. He got some stuff that he want to trade already. All right. Okay, I will be right back.
Okay, thank you, Ying. All right. Wow, very interesting. Okay, so I want to comment on the Palantir as well. I think I would agree with Ying trading strategy as well. I'll wait for confirmation before deciding to put a buy limit or sell limit, depending on if you are buying put or selling shares. So as of now, I'm looking at all the AI stocks. Everything's still going quite strong. So I mean, Palantir might be in a tech company lah. So I will still wait for confirmation lah. If not, my heart cannot take it lah. When it goes to losses, you never know when it's gonna go until. So yes, I think I solely agree with Ying on this trading strategy lah. To wait for confirmation. So I think we have some questions with regards to the buy put or sell or short shares. So this one depends on your risk appetite. Okay, so in terms, if you buy put, you're just paying for a premium, and then depending on which expiry you want. But if you sell shares, of course, you need to account for the interest rate that you're paying for the shares on borrowing, and then you also have to buy back the shares if it actually move much higher. So it depends on how you want to trade. Options give you more ways to trade. So at the end of the day, it depends on your risk appetite and how you plan your trades beforehand, before you enter. So okay, maybe yeah. Right, give me a second. Okay, sorry, I have one more question on the implied volatility. So implied volatility is very high. Will be buying a put. Do you care about it? Okay, yes. Talking about implied volatility. So usually when implied volatility is up, it depends. So there are a few factors to take note. I mean, of course, selling would make more sense because you actually take more premiums as the volatility drops. But what happens if the volatility continues? So of course, when there's a volatility spike, it's not something you want to hold for very long. You might, when you trade, right, it's usually for short term. If not, the price of the premium is quite expensive. So one more question is, how would you do it? Could you share based on your risk appetite for us to learn also? Okay, let's take a look at Palantir. I think Palantir quite interesting. So once again, I would do the same strategy as Ying. I'll wait for confirmation. Currently, I'm more towards swing. So I'm not the intraday trader. I base a lot on on fundamental analysis, and then followed by how I want to enter trades. I'll go into technical analysis. So how the markets and how the industry play a part also will affect how I do my trades. So currently, I mean, if you look at the news today, there was a news on, like as I mentioned earlier, there was a news on AI itself. Everything went down during pre-market. You can see Nvidia dropping about what, $14, $15 all the way until it broke 400. So it was at 399. If you ask me, would I do it right now? My opinion, I'm not giving you directions. My opinion, I have my own trading strategy with Ying as well. I will wait until there was a confirmation. Currently, if you look at the RSI, it is still on the moving up trend. And then the MACD itself slightly converging, and it should be moving, it should be closing. What it tells me is that it's likely to move higher until a certain level, which I'm not too sure. I mean, the resistance right here I have is about 16.6, $1 higher than what you suggested just now. I'll still wait. It's not something I'll catch. It's not something I'll force it through like today. It's just something I'll put on my watch list, because you must understand there's so many shares, so many stocks for you to choose. You don't have to die follow this Like this one not your pet You don't have to I love this one. I'm gonna hold this forever, like Tesla like that. So there are a lot of stocks for you to choose. You don't have to solely just buy one. Currently, Palantir itself, looking at the financial wise, is expected to earn because I think last earnings was the first time they actually profited. That's why there was this spike on Palantir. If not, if you look at all this, okay, this is also profiting. So I think they just recently started to hit expectation. So there was a rise in this, there was this spike. So currently, I think it's just following the AI hype. What I'll do is I'll wait for a confirmation. If it goes down, wait for it to go down a bit, and then I can do you can buy a put on a longer expiry, maybe 60 to 90 days expiry. Then I'll slowly eat it. So that's for Palantir itself. Okay, maybe I'll take a few more questions. Wow, the time like 1 hour 15 minutes, also not enough. So I believe you will avoid any ticker with upcoming earnings. How about when Fed open their mouth? Would you do anything or just hold? Okay, depends on your trading strategies. Once again, if you are, if you're buying put and buying calls, or if you're betting directional, very difficult unless you're neutral position, which is or taking a long-term position. Then you wouldn't care about such such news. So I understand that earnings, yes, I do go into earnings myself because earnings may affect the whole industry. So let's say if tomorrow is Micron, it might affect, it might give some impression on the how the Micron semicon industry is moving towards. Because currently, if you take a look, it's been quite some time that until now, right? There's not much news on how the semicon industry is doing. Like they need financial evidence, which is where your earnings comes in. So we will take a look at Micron itself tomorrow before we actually see how the semicon industry is doing. Sorry, the question is. Okay, so that's an earnings part. So if you ask me about Fed, usually I never risk it. I close all my position unless I'm doing long term. So if I'm doing those position in terms of close to 6 months out, or maybe 1 year out, this type of news doesn't really affect me, because all these are just like news. But in terms if you are trading short term, so let's say if your option position is about 60 days or even lower than that, it is for myself, my personal experience, I would close the trade. I wouldn't risk such a big, because all this movement will actually move the market a lot. If you look at the last Fed news on interest rate, I think it was not so bad. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone expected it. It went up a bit, come down a bit. Now it's still rallying. So, yeah, for my, I think a quote from my manager, trade what you see, right? I think that'll be that's something I'll follow, not trade what you feel, trade what you see. Okay, market moving up, you don't go and buy down. Okay. So this is something. Okay. So I think give me a second. We might be placing the trade for the Microsoft soon. Give me a second. Okay. Okay lah. So I'll just share my screen on my phone now. Okay, give me a second. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Right. Okay, first of all, I need to show you all why I placed Microsoft. Okay, let's go. Where's my AI? Yes. Okay, so I've been catching this. Why Microsoft caught my eye is that I was monitoring it during pre-market. While all the AI stock was down, Microsoft was still doing very well. And you see there was this rejection right here, but it actually went up. So it is something I'll go. Currently, it's not too overbought. Currently, it's still about 55, still on the neutral position. So there are room to go up if there's a rally. MACD wise, quite okay. Slightly overbought, but it's currently. I mean, MACD wise, I don't really take into account so much. Usually, it's the RSI and the confirmation that I look into. So generally, what I noticed is that pre-market, when all the stocks were down, right, Microsoft was still in a positive. What the heck, right? So based on that, I mean, not that alone. I've been monitoring Microsoft for quite a bit. You know, it's quite a good stock because of ChatGPT and all the AI hype. And from my understanding as well, I quite love the AI hype. So okay, without further ado, I think this is all the way into our 1 hour 15-minute session.
All right. Okay, so we officially placed our first live trade. Okay, so with that, I think I go through a bit more of this what we KIV earlier. Okay, so basically Tesla, Unity, and AMD. Palantir, yeah, we can do that also. So I do these last 4 counters. Okay, so for Tesla, you see, just now I tell you, we cannot take a 15-minute confirmation. Why? Because you see how the 30-minute close now. So now basically it's showing a rejection and closing back in this basically delicate zone now. It's still your supply area. They are still holding there. So current candle, basically you cannot do anything yet. Why? Because you don't know where they want to go. Of course, yes, it's printing higher. Okay, it's trying to do some rejection of this zone to show that it's holding. Okay, but the only confirmation will come if the case is like this. Okay, if there's a lower low of this previous candle, okay, what do you call this? Shooting star. Okay, this shooting star candle. If there's a lower low, subsequent candle, you probably see a rejection and price starts to come down again. Okay, towards a 240, 250 basically. All right. Otherwise, if this candle can continue to let's say push below to lower low, and in the same candle, right, it can push back up and close bullish. The next candle basically is a free for all to 261 already. Okay, so for now, same thing still waiting. I thought got something nice in terms of price action to show you, but I think from here why I don't like to take a 15-minute confirmation, right, is because you don't know what the subsequent 15-minute will do or how the candle is going to close when they close. Okay, so I don't think you should anticipate for a long period of time. If you want to anticipate probably for the last maybe like 7 minutes, 6 minutes, that kind, that you anticipate that the candle is going to close in a certain direction, right? Then it's fine. But otherwise, if it's going to be another candle, then I think it's going to take. The risk is too high, So for now, Tesla is rejecting. Okay, we have a lower low already. Okay, so now you still have to wait for 2 candles. 11:30, this candle closed bearish. Subsequent candle reject this zone again. Okay, we will probably be looking at a 250, 249 level. Okay, another scenario, if this candle were to close bullish or bearish or whatever candle, doesn't matter. The next candle will need to do the candle that I explained, the downward move, come back up, hit higher high, close bullish basically. All right, so the 2 scenario now will probably be like this. Okay, so I don't think this session I can show you this again. Okay, but if you're interested, next time then we take a look again. Okay, then the next counter I'm going to look at is Unity. Unity H1 bullish. Okay, previous candle bullish. This candle got rejected currently. Okay, same thing. Previous candle got rejection. Right, this was the level. Rejection shown. Current candle rejection, lower low. Okay, same story as Tesla already. Okay, as long as we see the the next candle with a rejection back, you can look for this short movement back down to a 40.45. Otherwise, you have to wait for the pull below, come back up, hit the previous candle higher high. Okay, then you can potentially look for the high back towards the 45 level. All right, then the last one will be AMD. AMD, you see, same thing lah. The rejection, just now we were talking about it at 109, maybe 109.3, 109.4 level. Okay, price cover this whole gap area, closing below the short-term supply level. Now we are seeing rejection. What can we do? Cannot do anything. So I mean, this is how it is. Okay, so there's a lot of waiting game. Whether you can straight out short from here, that one I already explained to you. Okay, it's up to your risk appetite and how long are you going to hold. If intraday, I think is doable. Okay, in terms of how you play off the initial phase of a range building, as in not range building, like the, I mean, okay, basically they are building this range, right? If it's the initial phase of them tapping into it, right, the probability of them rejecting will be way higher. Okay, so AMD is done, and last one, Palantir. Okay, Palantir, rejection is shown already. Okay, never came close to anything, so now we wait. Okay, two scenarios, same thing. Palantir might tap into 14.8, 14.9, show that candle close above, bullish movement, break previous higher high, we will see higher. Okay, otherwise we are looking at a potential flip of a demand, which might turn into a supply at 15.5 towards a $16 level. All right, so yeah, with this, right, I will stop the charts already. Okay, I need to jump back into the slides first. Okay, hang on. Okay, I don't have many slides left. Okay, so the next one, if you have yet to download P3, okay, please do so. I mean, you can, we post a lot of content and also charts on P3 community group. Okay, Zane is handling one, okay, TA community. Right, then we are also doing on the options trading. Then there's also a lot of others like Singapore stocks, ETF, community, bonds. I think there's bonds also, yeah. So a few of these are okay. So if you're interested, scan the QR code and you download the P3 and join our community. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yes. Now currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now got 8. One more options already. Okay. So if you are interested to trade options with Williams, feel free to join. All right. Yeah, then we will share our content. I think it's daily, right? Yeah, it's daily. Yeah. Okay, then the next one, join our Telegram group. Okay, this one is the Global Markets Telegram group. Every morning we'll share, we'll update on news, what happened through the night. Okay, in US market, can be Euro, can be anywhere. Okay, but as long as any news, breaking news are basically that happen throughout the night when you are asleep, we will send it in the morning, first thing at 4 or 5 a.m. basically. Okay, this is a Telegram group for global markets. Then the next one, this one will be technical analysis. Okay, I'm no longer posting on TA Telegram group. Okay, Zane is handling it. Okay, so as and when if he needs help, then I will help him. Otherwise, feel free to join as well. Okay, I think most of you came from this Telegram group, right? Yeah, so we post charts basically there's charts, we can discuss about TA, any questions, we just feel free to post there. We will be more than glad to assist on that. Okay, then hang on, I think we are okay. Q&A, this one we settle. Okay, open an account. If you are not a Williams client, right, yeah, scan the QR code, open an account. Okay, it's free. I mean, it's best that you trade with us. Otherwise, open an account first. You might want to trade with us, right? Because for this, I mean, I'm going to put this QR code for a while. Okay, so this current webinar, right? Okay, I don't want to call it webinar. I call it a live stream. Okay, this session itself. For now, we still don't have a fixed frequency yet. All right, so later I will give you a QR code for the survey and feedback. All right, so let us know like roughly how often do you want to see this session. Then also, what are you more interested to look at? Do you want us to do like educational stuff, stuff like that? I mean, we will try to accommodate to everyone. Okay, but the sole agenda of this webinar is to really, because I understand from last time, I mean from the TA that I was doing, right, the webinar, I did a lot of TA, but then there's no price action in it because market is not moving yet. All right, so I'm trying to fill up this gap. Okay, I hope that those that you are joining, you can at least understand or learn a bit from what I share lah. Okay, I know that the time is too short lah. I cannot really squeeze everything. Okay, so sometimes I talk faster. Okay, sometimes it's just like more shortcut. But if you have been watching all the TA webinars, right, you would realize that every time I'm just talking about the same thing. All right, you just need to observe on your own and understand what's happening in the market. All right, so open an account. Okay, now I go back to the slides. Open an account if you haven't yet. Okay, feel free to join us. All right, then this is the survey QR code. All right, hang on, let me just sorry. Yeah, this is the QR code and the link. Hang on, let me just post the link in the chat. QR code, let me post the link in the chat. Then otherwise, you can scan the QR code, give us your feedback, your survey, what you don't like, what you like, what you want us to improve. I mean, all this is we will look at it. All right. Then also the frequency wise, for now it's not fixed. Okay, it's not fixed for now, but we hope to do it more often. Okay, so because you like see you saw Xiong place the order, right? It's live. It's really like a position that we took. Okay, so if possible, we will. I mean, not possible lah. We will confirm share the outcome of that trade itself. Okay, when we took it away and why we took it away and why, and I mean all this stuff lah. Okay, what you are interested in lah. Basically the TA on how we trade. Okay, so I will leave this here for a while. Thank you everyone for attending. All right, appreciate it. It's so late already. It's 11:21. Appreciate it. Show us your love by opening an account. All right, give us your feedback. Then trade safe, stay safe. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.
Thanks for coming, guys. Thank you. Yeah, so if you've got any questions, feel free to throw it, do a survey, have us, if you want more, we can provide more anytime. We'll see you guys. Happy trading. Be safe. Trade safe. Please do your risk management.